Do it.
Welcome to Us Watching Us. This is a series of live streams that turn into videos on YouTube where we are watching videos of ourselves from the 2010 era. And we are now at the supplemental portion of a trip that we took around the world. Last week, we finished this 1.5 year long journey that we had filmed. We finished watching it. And that was 52 episodes of Us Watching Us, but like 160 episodes on YouTube is what it actually was, because we watched multiple episodes on the Us Watching Us stuff. And
so we did this for a year?
Yeah, I guess so. But we did not when I was in.
But there were 52 episodes, and we had
so
to
it's
do
over
52.
Longer than a year, because I was in Hokkaido. We didn't do it every single week.
It doesn't feel like it's been a year.
So we are going to be watching videos of us in America, where we went on this trip that was maybe a month or a month and a half long, I think, where we drove across the states, hung out with my parents and some family, and then drove back across the states. And we did this in the winter of 2010 going into 2011. And it was cold, but it was really fun. We had a really good time. So there will be 4 videos of that, and we're going to watch 2 of them tonight. But before we get into that, I wanted to show a few pictures and a couple of videos about what we were doing between the time period where we arrived home from our trip, which was in October, I believe, late October 2010. And then we didn't leave to go across the states until early December, I think. So there was like about a month and a half of time where we were just, there's a hole in the story if anybody's like really trying to track down our whole life story. And I thought we would just start like punching that hole in a little bit. So we're going to go here to where Katie was a Beastie Boy. And then Katie's also a Beastie Boy next to me.
Happy Halloween.
I will turn, it's Halloween as we're filming this right now. So I'm going to turn this into a goal.
It's no longer English.
Then back out to the universe. Okay, so like I went through the whole story I think we already did the thing last week with everywhere we went on the round the trip thing. I think I did that, but if I didn't, oh well, you guys can figure it out.
You did.
Good. So we're going to be doing the United States now, and we would be starting in the town of Fredericksburg, Virginia, which is not on the map.
It was just
it's up
more
above.
north.
Oh, okay. I thought this gray was DC. I just got a little bit confused. So this is where we are from, quote unquote. And we returned to Fredericksburg, Virginia at the end of our trip. But then both of us have friends that at the time lived in Southwest Virginia, which is down in this area over here. And you went and stayed with your friends for Halloween and stuff. And I went and stayed with my friends in Blacksburg. So you were somewhere in the region, but we were intentionally apart for a couple of weeks just because we had been glued to each other for 1.5 years. And we were just like, this could be okay to have a little bit.
I'll go over here for a bit.
Yeah, it was okay to have.
You can see the place Hillsville and Galax. It's down a little bit south in the middle of the screen, slightly to the right of the middle of the screen, souther.
This is really hard.
To the right, go right. Don't follow a road. Go right. Right there.
There we go. Okay, so you were down in Galax, and I was outside of Blacksburg. And
how was that separation? Nondescript? Like, it was just like we talked like probably daily, if not every other day. And
I mean, we still talked and stuff. We just weren't glued to each other all the time. Like, if you go and travel with somebody like that. We've had longer
separations. Like, when I was in America for 3 months, that was definitely... that little blip was nothing.
But it was just a good breather and just a time to just like a little bit. And I edited a bunch of the video that I had backed up during that time, and you hung out with a bunch of friends and you did a bunch of geocaching. I looked at all the pictures. You guys were out geocaching a bunch and doing stuff like that. And I do have a few photos from that time period that I thought I would share before we get into the videos. So we're doing things a little bit different today. This is the first thing. I should have shown this before. I scanned my passport from the time that we traveled around the world. I scanned every page of it. I thought I'd just show that.
Oh, yeah.
Is that...
I remember that.
Is that an idea of a thing I could do? Sure. There we go. So this is what a passport looks like. So we did, I guess, okay, this is good. It shows us 18 countries, 23 border crossings. Someplace we went back and forth and it got confusing. But yeah, I like some of the notes I put on here. I love, like, people would be like, wow, you just look like a terrorist. Like, you just look gruesome. But this is what it just looks like. And they don't, like, if you've ever traveled a lot internationally, they don't just put stamps like in order. Like, there's no order to it. It's just chaotic. So things are just like all over the place or stamped over each other and stuff.
Like some people care and some people don't.
Yeah.
And some countries make them need to care and some countries don't.
And these things, this is basically a prearranged visa usually. So we would get, like, we got this before we went to Thailand, so we could have a longer stay when we were in Thailand. We just got it arranged before we went. And they put like this sticker in, and it's got like a texture to it and stuff, like when you touch it, so that it's like obvious it's real or whatever. And then you just end up with pages of stuff that just looks like this. Yeah, I don't think the Indonesia one was prearranged. I think we got it when we were there. Yeah, it says visa on arrival, but they still put a sticker in there. So every country just has like a different way about going about things. And since it doesn't, like, it's not uniform, it just ends up being chaos. I'm trying to think if there's anything that's like of any interesting. Oh, this is where we added extra pages to our passport at one point. Mm-hmm. That's what this weird looking thing is. They don't do that anymore, apparently. And just, you know.
It's so good that you scanned this.
Yeah, because I ended up losing this passport when we moved to Japan. This is a Japanese stamp, by the way, the landing inspection. Japan's is like the only one that's like a nice, clean little sticker, but it makes it easy for the Japanese people.
But they love stamps.
They do love putting
They fucking love stamps, so it's outrageous their sticker culture.
They kind of love QR codes too.
Yeah, they do.
This was interesting because Jordan puts their exit stamp when you go into Israel on a piece of paper so that you could take it out of your passport, because some countries won't let you go into their country if you have an Israeli stamp. So this is like a loophole to hide that you went to Israel, basically.
Oh, wow.
And
Happy
then
Halloween.
These are little sticker stamps that we got. It says right here, fake stamps from a South Korean train station that may eventually connect to North Korea. And like when we put those in there, the people there were like, I don't think you should put unofficial stamps going into North Korea.
Who said that?
The lady, our tour guide, because we had to be on a tour guide for this tour. Like she was like, I don't think that's a good idea. We did it anyway. And then we had talked about how you saw the Israel episodes where they put the sticker on the back of your passport and circle a number, and it indicates something to other people down the line. That's what this thing was here. But anyway, that's my passport. Somebody asked to see it on Discord, so I decided to share it here as well. And I have 3 little videos that were filmed during the time period between getting home from the Around the World Trip series and before leaving. And we'll watch those 3 videos. You
smell so clean. Like super clean.
Maybe it's your gear.
Nah, probably not.
But you got headphones in? Yeah, you do. So this is a video of Katie not wearing any safety gear in flip-flops.
That was amazing.
Feet up. I'm guessing that's your dad's motorcycle?
Yeah, I ended up riding it around a little bit. Like me and him and my brother would go out on That's actually very scary to me because I wrecked a car into the ditch across the street once.
Yeah, that's not safe fun. That's dangerous fun, Katie.
But me and my dad and my brother went out on rides during that time.
You got your learner's permit at some point.
No,
Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely had a learner's permit. Yeah. Sorry, I just heard that as license or whatever. Yeah, I just went and answered the questions and got the thing, and you can go out and be with people.
All right, here's another video that you shot.
Sorry, Katie. Okay.
Why are you in a parking lot?
She forgot to do the fluoride while I was in the seat. And I talked to her about it afterwards. I was like, so you guys don't do the fluoride anymore? She was like, no, we do it. I'll bring it out to you.
Are I just thought it was a peculiar video. Is that
me and Larissa?
More unsafe stuff?
Probably.
And then this is the third little video that I had.
Alright, so we're getting back into American values and seeing what's going on in America that we haven't thought about in a while. And today is the day before Thanksgiving. So Black Friday is 2 days away, and you know, people are going to be going ballistic because they want the deals and they're going to stay up all night. Check out the people behind me. It's the day before Thanksgiving. There are no deals tomorrow. There are deals the following day. They have camped out in front of the Fredericksburg Best Buy for 48 hours. Ah, America.
To get like a cheap
like a
DVD player.
20% off television.
Yeah, that's a little much. Like, I think it's okay. I mean, we camped out for the Wii and stuff. Like, I can see this fun.
We didn't camp out for the Wii. We stood in a really long line,
like all day.
and it was probably like 5 hours.
No. It was longer than that.
12.
Probably 12 hours.
But we didn't. Yeah, you can't say camp out anymore because people are literally camping out. You got to use your words appropriately. You don't want people to think you're a fucking idiot.
Multi-day camps are that's a little strange.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. Okay, and then there are a few photos as well that I can throw up on screen. macOS.
I totally dropped that bike. Oh, that's my dad in the background telling me like how things work. Notice he has a helmet on. Oh, Eric Klein, look at her. Oh, I'm not ready to look at this picture.
You're not ready.
No, she's dead.
Yeah, she's been dead for a long time. You got to get it.
I know, but Eric, she was so small.
I know, she was
You
little.
hug her like this.
The one on the left is named Sushi. But
it depends on the era
depends on who
of
you
dog.
ask. Yeah.
Sakura, Sushi,
That's the
Sausage.
same dog?
Yeah.
The same dog had 3 names?
The same dog had 3 names because Sakura was
What
stupid.
did your mom call it?
Sushi.
But its name was Sakura.
My mom might have called it Sakura. I don't know.
I don't remember.
But then it got fat and then it was called Sausage. And it loved all of its names. And look at its just little tilted head. I'm your best friend. And I used to take off her little harness and rub her real hard.
And the one on the right is Diesel. He was kind of annoying.
Yeah, I didn't like that dog. He ate glue once. Probably stupid.
This was me being fascinated with how large bananas could be in the States.
Mm. Oh, that's my old car.
And you know what's happening?
Champ. Oh, that's me getting a new CD player because that stupid lady used my car. And then all of a sudden...
Obviously, all the stuff started breaking.
So, like, while we were gone, my car was loaned out to at least one person, possibly other people, but this one person, instead of using the loading button on the CD player, shoved the CD into the CD player or whatever, and just broke the CD player. So I had to install a new one.
And then there ended up being problems with the car as well, where it would just, like, it had some sort of electrical issue. And it ended up the day before we got married. Oh no, it might have been the day we got married. We had to deal with like getting the car towed and all this nonsense the day before or something.
We had to go to the dealership and talk to somebody about the car. So that's why we were in Richmond, because it was going back to...
Because it broke down in Richmond. And it got towed.
Oh yeah, it was getting...
And then Ryan's parents gave you a ride home.
Yeah, that sucked.
Anyway.
Why was your car loaned out? It wasn't like... just other people used it while we weren't using it. So, like, I'm totally cool with that. Like, people should be using it. It shouldn't just be sitting there doing nothing. But, you know, leave shit better than how you got it. Don't break my CD player.
Yeah, this lady was like, I broke it, sorry.
Mazda Protege. No, I had a Mazda Protege before this car. This is a Toyota Matrix.
I don't think you went to this. This was
Jenks.
Did you go to this thing the Daily Show had, the rally to restore sanity, where Jon Stewart and Colbert, I guess his name is, right? Mm-hmm. Came out and did a thing. I think me and Jesse just went. It was just a picture I'd forgotten we'd even gone. I don't really remember much about it, to be honest with you. But here's pictures of you and your friends at Halloween that year.
God, what another banging outfit.
Yeah, so this was Halloween. This is like the same day.
Yeah, I'm nailing it. They're good.
Does anybody know who Katie is in this picture?
Oh, they have to know.
Don't say it.
I'm not going to.
The CD, the deck that you saw had a USB stick, but that was the new one. The old one didn't have one. There you go.
I hate me in lipstick. Ugh.
Yeah, you kind of look really not okay, and it's kind of creepy.
Yeah.
I think that super black wig kind of creeps me out a little bit too. Honestly, the whole outfit's a little creepy.
Why is it creepy?
Because of the lipstick and the wig.
I'm trying to get over it.
Over what?
The outfit, it looks good.
I mean, it's a good costume. It's just, I'm afraid of you there. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
This was you doing a bunch of geocache, just one of the pictures from all the geocaching you were doing.
Meghan Merkel.
And then you and your dad were going out in the cold.
Yes.
So it's like
my dad's
time.
insane, and my dad's insanity is in my DNA. So I just go, all right, well, we'll see how it goes. So yeah, we were going out frosty times. I ended up borrowing chaps from a friend, and I'm wearing like somebody else's helmet that was small.
Like a child's helmet, probably.
But we had a lot of fun.
And then I don't know. I just saw this picture and was like, oh.
Are you supposed to cook it like that?
Should I zoom in on this list, or are we worried about what you might have written?
Chicken broth,
ginger
BJ's, ginger ale. It's my handwriting. It's got my mom's handwriting on the bottom as well. Bread.
This just must be preparing for Thanksgiving. Yeah.
I definitely need to buy that sausage.
So anyway, you've seen a whole lot of things of what Katie is up to. This is what I was up to.
You and little Justin Bieber-san.
Yeah, man. Pounding through some Mario, man. I was doing that just earlier.
Yeah.
It's funny, man. Anyway, so those are the pictures that we have for that time period. So in early December, we decided that we were going to head out, and like I said, we had gone back to Fredericksburg at this point, and we were in Fredericksburg, and we were getting Katie's car. And the reason, I guess, it wasn't having an electrical issue yet. It didn't happen until we got back from our trip across the states.
Yeah, because we would not have. I think we might not have gone if we thought that we were going to get fucked over.
Yeah. So, anyways, the goal basically was to go from Fredericksburg to the central part of Oregon, Bend, Oregon, where my family was living at the time. And as you can see, those are opposite sides of the country. So we didn't have a huge plan, but we had a few places that we wanted to hit along the way. One of the major things that we had locked in with time is that we were going to be meeting some friends in Colorado to go skiing. And they were going to be flying from Fredericksburg to meet us. So we knew we had X number of days to get here because we had a place booked to stay and everything. So I don't remember exactly how much time we gave ourselves, but it's a bit of a jump. We just kind of gunned it the first chunk of the drive. So we'll jump into the videos to show that. And then after that video, we are going to be doing a video that we'll watch tonight of us working our way down to Las Vegas. And we go through Four Corners and go to the Grand Canyon before we work our way up to Las Vegas. So those will be the two videos that we watch tonight. And they are in here. Is everybody ready? Are you good?
Yep.
You look more ready than you have ever looked.
I am prepared for anything that might come our way.
Let me make sure I'm clicking on the right one. Okay. Everybody get a bonk? Am I afraid of Beastie Katie? Nah, she just looks ready. Bonk. Here we go. The last we left off, it was the middle of October.
We had just returned from our 14-month trip around the world and we were preparing for In the following month and a half, we spent time with friends.
Yo, why have we not gotten those? We need those curtains. Where are those curtains?
The cat curtains?
The cat curtains.
I think we gave them away.
Amazing. I think I might know where they are.
Where? Kai?
Nathan.
Oh, really?
Katie did some motorbike riding with her dad, and we did some
Oh, I put all these clips in here. I didn't realize that. Oh, dumb me.
exciting things like going to the dentist. I also spent a few weeks in Blacksburg with some good friends of ours as we waited for Thanksgiving with Katie's family. Our plan following Thanksgiving was to drive our car, Champ, to Oregon to see my family for Christmas.
I love you.
We planned a week-long stay in Colorado where we would be meeting up with our friends Jesse and Katie number 2 for a few days of skiing and exploring central Colorado. After the week in Colorado, we wanted to hit up the Grand Canyon, Las Vegas, Yosemite, and San Francisco on the way up to Oregon. As we left on December 1st, this gave us 25 days in which to accomplish all of this in order to be in Oregon for Christmas. Ultimately, we made it to Oregon with plenty of time to spare on Christmas Eve.
So
that sounds like us.
If we have those cat curtains, I'm talking about this in Japan.
Yes.
We've already moved to Japan by the time I'm editing this. Editing.
After spending some time in Oregon, we were to head back to Virginia by way of Salt Lake City, Mount Rushmore, and Chicago. The next few videos cover this trip across the states. Enjoy.
Okay, today is the 30th of November, and we are starting a journey to go across the...
Do you remember what we argued about?
Oh yeah, we did have an argument before we
left. We had an argument while we were right before we left. We got mad at each other.
And I remember the end of it was like, we got to just straighten this out. Like, we can't start this like this.
Yeah.
Something about my mom, I'm having a feeling. But I don't remember.
I don't remember. I remember her saying she didn't want you getting in a car with me. Which is amusing since we had just done a year and a half long trip around the planet. Anyway, yeah, I don't remember what we fought about, but you have pulled yourself out of it pretty... I can't tell here. I only remember in my head.
I don't even remember it.
United States to see Eric's parents. And it starts here in Fredericksburg, Virginia. Right now we are starting at 0 miles. We are sitting in my parents' driveway. We've been home for 5 weeks, so the journey does not end for a while. We're probably going to be driving around for a month or possibly some change. I don't know. We got a lot of ideas, and now we're going to hit the road.
I want to... does anybody know what music I was using in this? I know. I remember. But does anybody else know? This is obscure stuff.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so we've gone to the Dunn house, and they let us spend the night, and it is now 7:30 in the morning. We got up at around 6. It's 7:30 in the morning, and we're hitting the road heading towards St. Louis to see the Coble clan and staying the night with them. So it's going to be about 11 hours until that happens. So
this is just different friends of
So we
ours.
only stayed at their house for one night?
Yeah.
I guess you'd gone and
I'd
chilled
stayed
with them.
for a month or whatever. Yeah. That was the people that I stayed with in Southwest Virginia. And now we're going to see some friends of yours that you were friends with them when they lived in Richmond, but they had moved to outside of St. Louis, and that's where we're going next.
It's going to be a while. Wild and wonderful West Virginia. We are on our way. My first ride through West Virginia was pretty uneventful. There was a lot of snow, and we actually went through a point where it was on the ground and sticking, so that was a little scary, but...
I can't believe you lived in Virginia your whole life and you never went through West Virginia.
There's no reason to go over there.
It's really pretty
unless you
up
want to
there.
do gambling, and I don't really do gambling.
Is it a gambling thing? Can you gamble there?
Charleston, West Virginia is super gambling area.
Is it?
Like my dad goes there. Like when my dad's birthday happens, they go to Charleston.
Other than that, just a little bit of flurries, and West Virginia is a little boring.
There's a highway. Write that state off.
Kentucky.
Here's another one to write off.
Okay, so we've managed to get to St. Louis, Missouri.
That map's not very accurate. It doesn't even show us going through
Through what?
West Virginia.
Yeah, it's not. Maybe we only went through a little corner of it. I don't know how the road works. Yeah, I mean, if Blacksburg is fairly down there, so I imagine we didn't drive through very much West Virginia.
Out with the Cobles, Sarah and Kyle, and Kyle currently teaches an international business class, and in that class he has shown a few of our videos from our travels.
It's Kyle in the background.
And I guess just showing them different customs, different pieces of culture and stuff like that. So last night he asked us if we wanted to go talk to his class. And we kind of just were like, really? You want us to do that? So we're sitting in the car, it's like 10 o'clock almost, and we're heading towards the university to go talk to a class of students about cultures and customs in the places that we've been. So, should be interesting. Updates to come. We're currently at St. Louis University, SLU, and this is the school that Kyle's going to get his PhD, and he has an international business class. And he took us in there, and he's already...
Pause. They were doing like a cool game. Like some sort of game about economics.
I don't remember that.
So like there was a certain amount of time in every single class where you could make a move in the game. Like you could buy, like maybe buy stocks or some. They were all watching something and could interact with it with money and try and play things out in an interesting way through the class. I think that Kyle's classes are probably pretty good. But I remember this pause in the class, like she's going up there and giving him like some fake money and exchanging it for something. I don't really remember what, but I thought that was kind of cool.
See what else we say about this.
Videos in the class kind of knew who we were a little bit. They didn't have an understanding of where we'd been, how long we'd been gone, or what exactly we did. So we got to tell them a little bit about that. Some of the class asked questions, Kyle asked questions. We were probably talking to them for about 15 minutes just about like how we made money to do this, things that we saw, whether we felt any anti-American sentiments, what we plan on doing, and basically just giving them the lowdown on our trip. And it was pretty cool. We haven't done any presentations like this, so it was a little awkward, but still very fun. It was a good time.
So, okay, do you remember anything else about it? Because that's a peculiar thing to have done. I don't remember that much about it. I remember standing there and talking. I remember you being very nervous, and I did most of the talking, which is not normal for us. But I felt like I think I just felt more comfortable in front of crowds because I've been in bands and stuff. It didn't bother me as much. I think you were really like you didn't know how to deal with like being quote unquote in front of people on a stage.
I do remember speaking.
Yeah, you did. You did.
It wasn't
for sure.
like I did nothing and just sat there, but yeah, I've got some bad public speaking fear that might be getting worked through in some ways, but yeah, I've got some trauma there.
You're doing it. You're literally doing it right now. There might be more people watching right now
than a horror movie. There's a barrier.
There might be more people watching you right now than were in that room.
Dude, when you told me that, like, you told me that while we were doing our stuff in Shinjuku, and I really turned my brain off. Like, when you were saying, more people watch the videos than are in this area of Shinjuku right now. I was like, that really does put it into perspective. I've already put myself out there in a really stupid way, but I was doing something I don't do. But anywho, yeah.
All right. So, like it says on the screen, we were sleeping in the car. And hey, Heather, what's up?
Hey.
And we're trying to figure out, how to sleep in the car. Oh, gotta get my giant squonker out.
Is that what we're calling it now?
Yeah. Thank you for the sub. You don't have ear protection for...
I know, I said that already. Don't face it towards me. You haven't learned yet? I don't understand. This is you know how when your friend... You know how when you're over at your friend's house and they're like, hey, come to the safe and check out my dad's gun, and then they point it at you? That's what this is.
What are your friends doing? This would be really good. Like if you had a wife that was really naggy. I don't have a wife that's really naggy, but it'd be really funny to just squonk a chicken in her face every time she started nagging at you. Or husband, wife. Let's not be like...
I think that's just not going to work out. I don't think that marriage is going to last.
I should be a marriage counselor. I'm like, what you guys need is this squonker. Okay, anyways.
Never point the chicken. Look at this gun. Yikes.
So it's like 10:15 at night, and it's Thursday or something, and we're in Cloud County, Kansas? Kansas? And we're in front of Walmart. And we are...
Yeah, so this is our third night. The first night we stayed with the Duns. The second night we stayed with Kyle and Sarah. And then, yeah, so this was the first time we had to be like, okay, we're staying in the car. What were we doing thinking it was going to be okay to do this in the winter? I mean, we were fine. It was just like...
I think we just thought we'd snuggle, and we brought lots and lots
of blankets. We did have
blankets.
a lot of blankets.
Yeah.
You had your snowboard in the car with us.
Yeah, I did.
We're about to set up Champ, and then we're going to sleep in Champ. And
you can so you can see all these suction cups that are on the windows. She put all these suction cups on the windows so we could hang up these dino sheets.
Yeah, they're little curtains that I custom made for the car. I don't think we ended up using them very much. I think they were just more of a hassle.
We did.
We'll have to see, but I remember it not being a perfect science. It was a fine science.
We had devised this before the trip across, because when we had them when we went to Florida.
Mm-hmm. I designed it for then. Why did I design it for then?
For the trip.
And I also found like little compartments in the car to tuck them in, so they were always traveling in the car.
And we'll be giving you more information about that momentarily.
Get in, it's cold.
It's about 30 degrees, so...
When your wife is nagging you.
Alright, welcome to our car. We have a lot of blankets and pillows and not a whole lot of stuff. Just mainly blankets and pillows.
It's a snowboard.
Man, you remember the breakfast?
Yeah, I think we put them up every night.
Maybe, we'll see.
And yeah, we're still in the Walmart parking lot.
There's my snowboard.
So...
See, it's not a perfect science.
They're pretty pimp.
Yeah, they're pretty nice. That keeps out the truckers. And,
You're worried about the truckers?
Yeah.
enough room to lay straight down on my side, and Eric has enough room. Do you have enough room?
Yeah, it's my
To lay
toe.
straight?
My toe is way down there.
We can fit a snowboard. Both of our bags are in here. We've got a bag of food, and we have at least...
What do you think's in that bag of food?
Oh, definitely. I know that there's peanut butter in that bag. There's tortillas. There's bananas. And some sort of crunchy.
7 blankets, and 2 of those are sleeping bags, 2 pillows, and we're chilling. Straight chilling in my car, about to take a snooze.
I love my car.
Okay, you might not be able to see me very well, and that's because the lens on here is quite fogged. Better?
Yeah.
Okay, so now you can see.
I look real pretty in the morning.
In the car,
I don't know.
it's quite cold.
Well, not always. Sometimes you're just like, like a drooling and stuff.
No, it's after I've woken up
Yeah,
a
you
little
gotta
bit.
wake
Like
up.
at the time that I can talk, but like when I get away from the pillow. Yeah.
Looking at the windows, this is frost on the inside of the car. So it is freezing inside here. Honestly, in our blankets really wasn't that bad. I mean, you just curl up in a little ball and you make your own heat, and it was probably pretty good inside our blankets and stuff.
My feet were really cold though.
Yeah, you couldn't really stretch out because once you get here,
It's this open air.
really below you, so it's just really cold.
I could fashion something to help with that.
We don't have a car anymore.
Still hanging out in the Walmart parking lot. We're gonna go ahead.
I checked the thermometer on my bag. It is 31.
It's 31 in the car.
Freedom units.
All right. So we're gonna get all the curtains down, get situated, and rearrange the car, and we're heading out of here.
We thought that we would end up staying in a lot more Walmart parking lots, but I think we only did it twice.
It was too bright.
Yeah, it's too bright. It's too noisy. You can't get a good slant. You got to get a killer slant for the car.
And once you break away from the bright areas, you don't have to use the curtains as much. Mm-hmm. So I think that's why another reason why I think we didn't use them very much. How many degrees Celsius is
it's
that?
Like just what Danny wrote. It's just above freezing. 32 is freezing.
Yeah.
Or so it's just below freezing. I said it was 31.
Yeah, it was 31.
So 32 is freezing. So it's just barely freezing.
I want a snack.
So if you're for some reason curious as about, does this really exist, the nothingness it is in Kansas? It does, in fact.
I'm wearing 2 sets of glasses.
It is very straight roads and very much of nothing. There are some huge windmills over here, which are kind of nifty, but yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Guys, strap the fuck in.
Mm-hmm.
Cocker City, Kansas. And we have come for a very important monument. The largest ball of twine in the world. Let's get a look.
Let's get a look. Oh, is it? Wow.
There she is. Let's do a quick runabout, huh? Who's excited? I was thinking about putting it in Champ and taking it home.
Good to go in Champ.
I recall taking like a multi-hour detour to get to this. Like it wasn't along the way.
And check this out. It has its own mailbox.
Let's send a postcard.
To it?
Yeah.
Can you? Just write Ball of Twine, Cocker City, Kansas.
Gonna need to put the appropriate amount of postage on it.
Brad will get a message and be like, hey, I got some mail.
Was that the end of it?
No, I just paused it.
Oh.
Seriously, there's nothing out here.
Except for that fucking ball of twine.
There's nothing that looks like this in Japan. Like, even in the middle of nowhere in Hokkaido, where you could expect something similar to this, there's still not this much nothing.
First corner, pretty hard.
Wow, that was a great edit.
That was awesome. That's one of the best slides I've ever been on.
You gonna do it again?
Yeah.
What a twisty.
So we found something in Kansas. A big field full of cars. It's actually pretty amazing.
I won't talk about television.
Randomly strewn.
That's a good idea.
We have made our most recent acquisition. Is that adding? Acquisition at the airport today in Denver, Colorado. So Sitwell managed to find Katie and Jesse, and we are heading to our hotel now, which is like 2 hours away. So we're gonna be in the car for a while, and they're snug. They're real snug with all of our stuff. They're kitchen sinkers, and we didn't realize that, so we weren't ready for that.
I'd like to point out, we did not bring a fucking snowboard.
I don't even have anything to say to that. I came prepared. You better have lots of prepared stuff in that bag.
All kinds of shit.
Okay, that's enough. So,
You know what's happening here?
Yes.
You remember?
I hate Jesse.
everything's going right now.
Car smells so bad. Oh my god, what?
You see what I'm dealing with? All
It was me, not Jesse.
It was you?
Yeah.
Oh, I've attributed this fart to Jesse for a really long time.
these people refuse to get in the car for literally 30 seconds.
You're coughing.
We've made it to Indian Peaks in Colorado. And our door's open, so here we go.
There's a hot tub. You remember we were walking up those stairs one time? We saw 2 people fucking in a hot tub.
Yeah, eye contact. I have a strong image of that.
What's with you and people, strangers having sex with hot tubs?
I don't know.
You're on that boat and you went down and put your hand in the water to test
They
the
were
temperature,
fucking.
and these 2 people were fucking.
It was a lukewarm hot tub.
They need to fuck harder. Warm that water up.
Subpar conditions.
Top floor. That's a hot tub. Kitchen, Jesse, fart master. Nice girl that's putting up with it. Living room with a fireplace, but I don't know really how that's gonna work. All right, so there are 2 bathrooms. That's the shit.
Was this something that your mom gave us?
This
like
is definitely, we would never would have found this.
Like your mom gave us a timeshare or something.
Another bathroom.
This had happened.
I can't turn on the light, so on that note, we can't turn on the light.
This had happened. We're gonna have to rearrange some furniture.
That's stupid now. We made our way.
So the purpose of being there was to go skiing. We had 3 days of skiing, I believe.
Three days of skiing
And
over
then-
the span of 4 days.
I think that we had a day off a day. I think we were there longer. I think we were there for 6 days or something like that, because we went and we did a bunch of other stuff as
Yeah.
well.
Central City, and it's about an hour from where we were staying, and a scantily clad lady gave us a coupon to ride on a Clydesdale carriage.
Great.
Hello. So I'm on my first carriage ride, and this is going really well. Preston and Heather are taking us down the streets.
Preston and Heather.
Central City.
That's a good name for ponies. No offense, Heather. Either Heather. There's lots of Heathers right now. There's 2 Heathers here and a Heather there.
So we are at Winter Park, and we are at one of the smaller bunny slopes or whatever.
So Jesse, I think, had maybe snowboarded once before or something. Like he wasn't very experienced.
He ends up taking a class. Like he leaves us for a little while and goes and takes a class. I've never taken a class, and at this point, I'm a very shitty snowboarder. Like not very good. Like I can do stuff, but I don't do it right. I do it in the way that makes me not scared. Jesse comes back from his lesson, and I'm like, you tell me everything they told you. And he showed me all the stuff, which like doubled down on what he learned earlier and taught me how to be
Even
a
though you've been
snowboarder.
snowboarding for like 10 years at this point.
Nobody had ever like shown me how to do it.
You got to pay somebody to take a lesson. That's like $20 or
And
something.
I won't. It was way more than $20.
They've ever had this happen. So this is their first attempt, Katie and Jesse, to go down the hill. But Katie, my Katie, is giving them a little bit of lessons because she has done this a few times, as we all know. And so far they've done okay on the lift. Jesse fell, but it wasn't devastating. And Katie managed to not fall. So yeah.
There's 2 Katies here. I don't think this has been really properly explained. So Jesse's girlfriend at the time in the red, her name is also Katie.
And I'm in the poop streak all the way to the right.
And we would call her, this would be number 1 and the other one would be number 2.
So if you hear that terminology, I'm
Yeah.
number 1, she's number 2.
From here forward, we're going to call Jesse Katie number 2. And my Katie, either Katie or number 1. We'll see how it goes and whatever, remember. But
Doesn't spell it the same now.
And that's good. She knows how to fall. That's accurate. Awesome.
A note to anybody who is out there. Can you pause it? Anybody who plans on learning how to snowboard,
Take a lesson.
highly suggest, number 1, take a lesson. Also, 2, you should take a long scarf and wrap it around and make a butt pad under your pants for your tailbone. Like, nobody's going to know what's underneath your pants, and you could be making yourself so much more protected and cozy. So I make a little butt pad out of a scarf, and previously I used to wear knee pads. I forgot about them. They've been lost somewhere, but the next time that we go snowboarding, I'm going to put my knee pads on underneath. I highly recommend just being as protected as possible, because you can be nice and comfy and tumble a little bit and be a little less hurt.
Something amazing about this mountain is it's so large that there's literally no other people on this slope with me.
This ski place is amazing. It's so good. It's so big.
I haven't seen another person in quite some time.
It's Winter Park.
I mean, there's people on the lift every now and then, but it's just everybody is spread out so thin that you get some solitude. It's amazing. It's a really cool place. There's also some pretty amazing tree skiing here. Like, it's not too tight, so, you know, I'm not an expert, but I can still handle it, you know? Like, the trees are wide enough apart that you can have a good time without being, you know, somebody that skis 3 times a week.
As somebody who snowboarded before doing, as somebody who skateboarded before snowboarding, I guess there's a little bit of overlap, but just in the going forward part, but the stopping and directional shit, it doesn't feel the same. Eric left. He's offended by this snowboarder, skateboarder culture.
Skiing is the superior winter sport. That's all I have to say. Yeah.
You gotta make sure that it actually did a thing, and it did a thing. I'm hungry.
Can I ask you something before we get started?
I bet you already know what it is.
Are you hungry, girl?
You hungry girl.
And a lack of oxygen up here. You notice it. Katie has snowboarded for quite a few years, but she's never mastered the art of what she calls toe stopping. It's when you spin around and use the toe edge of the board to dig into the snow to slow yourself down.
I'm facing a lot of fear there. And now I don't even think about it so much. It feels really good to have reached that point. And I was really proud.
I'm kind of up at where the top of the mountain is right now. You can go up further normally, but because it's early in the season, it's not open all the way up. But it's pretty amazing out looking today, so I thought I'd shoot a shot. So we're up at the top of the hill, and it started to snow on us, and it's pretty beautiful. I don't know if you can see how thick the snow is.
It's snowing.
Look at this. Awesome.
Oh, here comes Jesse.
By his final day, he was like at the top of the mountain with me.
Well, even though he did almost hit this little pole here.
I mean, he taught me. Don't hit me.
Yeah.
I miss Jesse. Oh, look at us go.
Videotaping and skiing is kind of a pain.
I'm holding the camera. It's not like it's like mounted to me. Yeah, we got some Halloweeny music. That was appropriate.
So this is the
this end was cool.
run that we're going to make. This is the 3rd day that we've been out, so this is the end of our skiing adventure, snowboarding adventure. This is Jesse and Katie coming down the Larry Sail, which is, I think, the one intermediate run that comes all the way down the mountain. So, yeah, Jesse has made vast improvements since this is his 3rd day snowboarding ever. Toe stop, toe stop, toe stop.
He knee stopped.
Do I die? Nah, I look pretty relaxed. It was really cool having somebody that I could just go back to the basics with, because you are a skier. So when we go out together, I just try to keep up with you and don't really challenge myself to rebuild fundamentals that I never built or concrete them. Now I can do that kind of. But yeah, it was so cool to go back to the basics with him.
Okay, so for the past 5 years of my life, I've had this obsession with this camera, this webcam that is at a zoo in Colorado, and it shows giraffes. So like, I have it like on my computer. So every time I open my web browser, it's the first.
Yeah, Japan has got the second most number of ski resorts in the world, I think. Like, a lot.
All countries?
Yeah. Yeah. So I think it might be the highest per capita, maybe. I don't remember. Maybe Canada has the most, so that would make them way higher per capita. But yeah, there's a lot of skiing in Japan.
The thing I should see is what's going on at the giraffe enclosure in Colorado. And this is the second time we've actually come to the zoo. And we're on the camera, and we just made a picture of us in the camera, from the camera, with the camera. So I'll show that. And you can see that that's the webcam capturing us. And then this is the actual, this is it. This is where we're at. And the giraffes are not out in the main enclosure right now because they're doing construction. But we can still go inside the giraffe house.
Do you remember why they were doing construction?
Because one of them got hurt.
Yes, one of them got killed. Something happened and they had to kill it. Yeah, like it broke its legs or something.
And see them. And this is the camera. The famous camera that is always...
This meant a lot to people that we know in real life.
Giraffes. And I don't know what... It's pretty high-tech looking stuff up there.
But pause it.
Yeah.
Little background story to this is that, like, a year prior or a couple years prior to this visit to the zoo, we went there without telling anyone, telling any friends that we were going to this zoo, and they had also
I didn't
been
even tell
using
these people that I was going to Colorado. I didn't want them to know.
They didn't know anything about us going there, and so they were all hyped on the camera as well. Like, this shit would just be on computer screens and on televisions at work. Like, a lot of his coworkers were watching it.
Watching the nubbin cam.
The nubbin cam. And so we went there, we found where the camera was, we got in frame, and we called his work, and we're like, hey, update the nubbin cam. And then they saw us there and they were like, what the fuck? So it was just kind of like using the technology of the day to give your friends impress is not the right way, but just to surprise. Yeah, to surprise your friends.
This is the Cheyenne Mountain Zoo, and they have a lot. It's a really cool zoo, actually. It's like built into the side of this mountain, so you kind of like walk up this hill, and they have really amazing exhibits, and the view is amazing. Like, just sitting over this like valley or whatever. So it's a really neat place. It's a bit of a hike from where we're staying, but you got this situation here.
Wow. What a creature.
Look how big their heads are, dude.
It's a bit
like,
fragrant in here.
When they're up by a person. And those are the females. Those are the small ones. Look, its like snout is the size of her head. They kind of got pony faces, like.
Oh, look at Sitwell.
Oh, this wasn't the start of the giraffe addiction. This was like the culmination of it. That had been going on for a really long time.
Okay, so we finished our afternoon up at the Cheyenne Mountain Zoo. And the Mountain Zoo is amazing. You feel like immersed in things. Like, I mean, you get down like in the bear enclosure, and like they come down in there, and like they were like pounding on the glass at Jesse, and these mountain lion enclosure, the mountain lions that go over you, and these ladies came out that work there, and they talked to us, and whatever, yada yada yada. The Cheyenne Mountain Zoo is amazing. But we've driven a couple more hours, and a couple, like 7 years ago, I guess at this point, there was a South Park episode, and Cartman is like going crazy over a restaurant in Denver called Casa Bonita. So we have come to Casa Bonita. And it's funny because it's just in a strip mall. And we will show off what is in here when we get in here. Katie and I came here a couple years ago when we were in the area, and it is an experience to say the least. So it's a Mexican restaurant, and we are about to roll on in. So let's see what we got.
Yeah, the place is real.
Yeah, and it's still existing, but it's actually owned.
Yeah, in the last couple of years, the South Park guys bought it. And apparently now it's like they've renovated it, made it more expensive, and I think you have to have like a invitation to go right now or something.
Or that it's a lottery, something like that. I haven't looked into it.
Yeah, that's feature here, back here. So anyway, Casa Bonita's dope.
Heelys, no roller skates, no roller shoes. Okay, so in we go.
There's more than just in Hokkaido. There's lots in Honshu as well.
All the stories for like every employee. Yeah. Yeah, look at this.
Oh, do you have your Heelys on? Somebody just said Heelys. Why'd they say Heelys? Did Heelys come up?
Oh, you said roller shoes in the thing.
Oh.
The sign said
Oh, because
no
you own
rollers.
own Heelys.
I had Heelys at the time. I don't think they're mentioning that because of me in specific, but
yeah, I was just surprised.
What's in the back? What's in there?
It's just strange. Like the tiling is really weird.
You want to take this in there?
This is our second visit there. Are you filming in a bathroom?
Mm-hmm.
Why does it look like this? And the menu.
All right, so after you look at what you want, you walk through this, like, you're like gonna get on a roller coaster or something? What's going on here?
I want to go back.
me too.
You come through this long line.
Empanadas.
And there's a schedule.
Oh yeah, there's a schedule for activities.
Yes.
We gotta know when the cliff divers are coming.
Ghetto ass cafeteria style.
Yeah, the food isn't very good. It wasn't when we were there. Apparently it's different now.
Okay, so then you get to this little area, like, from the line, whatever, and then food just, like, pops out of this little hole. And this lady confusingly asks you a bunch of questions, like what you ordered, and like, why do I have to tell you again what I ordered? I already ordered once, but let's see if the little, we're getting lucky. Here comes some food. Oh, no, wait, maybe out of this wall.
Whoop! Order up.
Awesome. Thank you.
Mexican food.
It smells like a swimming pool.
Oh, my bad.
Okay. Man, it's all Christmased out up in here.
Yeah, what a great time to go.
And in you go. And this is where the cliff divers are. There's all sorts of good zany weirdness. And she's hooking us up apparently with a decent cliff diving seat. Well, let's see. Oh, a gunfight has started to happen.
I scared y'all, didn't I? Well, good, because I'm into it now. For those of you who don't know me,
Behind the waterfall.
The absurdity of it is amazing.
And this is kind of what Katie looks like, drinking a margarita.
Who's driving?
Probably me.
Las sopapillas. I like thinking that he got interviewed for that.
It's basically just a dark tube.
And I get scared so easily. It's perfect. I bet you they made that scarier.
So this place is kind of a labyrinth. Apparently it seats 900 people. And
So when the cliff divers aren't diving, are they just like cooks? It's like the bus boy and they're like, okay, you got to go out and do a cliff dive?
it's different.
Or maybe they're dishwashers.
To get like lost just wandering around. But there's like banquet halls and stuff in here, so that's how they get the number of seating up so high. But that's not bad, is it? It's kind of cool.
I don't really know what to say about Casa Bonita other than it's kind of a mind trip that doesn't make sense at all. Like, why is there a little Mexican themed restaurant that has cliff diving and fire shows and really badly acted skits and mildly okay food and alcoholic drinks.
We didn't even show the food.
In the middle of Denver.
Maybe it reminds me of the whole thing is Yogi's Cave, but with amazing Mexican music and sweaty waiters. Sweaty.
Okay, so about an hour away from where we're staying in Winter Park is this amazing frozen lake called Echo Lake, and we've come out here and we're playing on it. There's plenty of signs that say you're not supposed to do that, but we kind of don't follow rules or anything like that. Even number 2 is breaking the rules. So we've been sliding around.
Yeah, I don't think we were supposed to be on that lake.
Yeah, it said there's sign. I said there's a signs that say no.
It's really windy and very cold out here. Oh, there's Champ. Champ's too scared to come out here.
It's a.
We are currently at Colorado's state capitol building.
We kind of like going to Capitol buildings. It's
Yeah,
fun.
we went to a bunch of them.
But notice the Christmas tree and the lack of separation of church and state. It's a little odd to see in their Capitol building.
But you're on the lake.
Quite ornate in here.
Whenever I want.
Lots of paintings and stuff. I mean, like, we can't get anywhere near the legislators or anything like that, so,
But we could if we wanted to.
for us. You gonna slide or what?
Oh my god.
It's a pretty good one.
It was good.
So, we've walked over to the Colorado Convention Center. And the only reason we've come over here is for this 3-foot blue.
It's pretty cool.
30 foot.
That's the only reason that we've seen to come over here. There's a lot of people here, so maybe something interesting is going on, but there's a blue bear outside. That's really all that matters.
Didn't go inside to see what it looked like, I don't think.
I don't think we did. No.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
This is I was talking about this on stream a couple days ago.
We've learned a good bit about this large horse. He has some of the scariest eyes in the world. And at nighttime, they're really, really creepy. We also found out he's gigantic and blue. I don't know how much he weighs or how tall he is, but the maker of this gigantic horse that sits outside of Denver International Airport, once he was done making it, it fell on him and killed him. And they still decided to put it up outside of the airport.
With the creepy red eyes.
With the demonic red eyes that glow at night. It's really, really just kind of...
Yeah, the airport is weird.
Up there.
It's got a lot of weird art and stuff.
We enjoy seeing it every time we go by.
Yeah, it's strange.
Take it to the air. Take it to the... Oh, you about to have fun, son. Oh, yeah. I think you're too big.
I'm too big for that ride.
I'm 30.
I don't think it's big. I don't know the words, but I sing my own words.
All right, that was episode 1. You ready for episode 2?
Mm-hmm.
Do you need to get a snack?
I want a snack.
I don't think there's anything to snack on.
There's always stuff to snack on. You just never find it. Dude.
You gotta unplug. I can't in good conscience bring back the song.
Which song?
The theme song, yeah. It's a long story, it's complicated, but basically I can't do it even if I wanted to. I think I've been wearing these ears wrong. Are they supposed to go behind my ears? Or...
I think you can wear them however it feels comfortable.
Ow, that hurts. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're doing it wrong.
Yeah, here we go. Are you gonna get some of those rusks? Those like raisin things?
No.
Those look good. Ugh.
I'm gonna have to take off my gloves for this.
Why don't you just get some chopsticks?
I think those would be pretty hard with the gloves.
Did you get the raisin rusks?
No, I didn't get any raisins.
What are these?
I got them.
Oh, they're like Halloween.
Yeah, somebody gave them to me.
What does it say? What's this speculoos?
I don't know.
What's in here?
It has not described in any way, shape, or form what's in there. So let's have a look. And I even saw someone eating what was inside, and I couldn't understand what it was.
Do I need cocktails?
Oh, it's like one of the. I don't know.
Probably.
Hold on.
It's okay. Whatever. Guys, everybody get a snack. Time to have a snack.
Yeah. Definitely.
It doesn't matter.
Need a snack. It's like the lotus. There's some sort of.
It's like a ginger cookie.
Good. Wow.
I think it's
Biscoff, yeah.
It's pretty tasty. No, aren't Biscoffs those things that are in the big tin? That big circular thing with all the cookies that nobody likes?
The one that starts with an L.
No, cookie starts with a C. Alright, put your ear holes back in.
We are making a pit stop right outside of the Denver International Airport, and we've dropped off Jesse number 2. They're heading towards Virginia, in the exact opposite direction to Arizona to see the Grand Canyon. We're going to stop at Four Corners, which is where Colorado and its neighbors, which I don't know who all of them are yet, are meeting at one little point, so we're going to check out that before we go to the Grand Canyon. And tonight we are back to our old sleeping method, which is the car, and we'll probably be in the car for a little while.
Try not to make too much noise because it'll duck the audio.
But I crunch loud.
I know you do, and you also make noise with the paper. I don't know if it's going to do that to everybody, then they won't be able to hear what's going on, you know what I'm saying?
Alright.
Can I have a couple? Are there peanuts up in here?
No, I think it's just popcorn.
Hopefully it doesn't get super cold and we have a good time.
Okay, so yesterday we dropped off
One of my favorite mornings ever is waking up in this spot.
Jesse and Katie too, and we drove for 9 hours from the airport. Well, we drove for 9 hours yesterday total to the airport, from the airport to this point where we stopped last night about 7 or 8 o'clock, and it was completely dark, so we had no idea what it looked like. And this is Camp Champ. This is where we slept.
Camp Champ. That didn't take
Pretty
off.
cool to wake up in a place and look outside and not know at all what you're surrounded by and have it just be a complete surprise. So there's this beautiful scenery in this canyon and this river. And we are way out in the middle of nowhere. Like 3 cars drove by all night. It was, yeah, while we were driving along, it was just like, whoa, there's really nobody out here.
I think we ate breakfast.
And it is cold.
Maybe we didn't eat breakfast outside. I remember we sat outside and like watched the river. I thought maybe we ate our breakfast out there, but if it was very cold,
I just
probably not.
remember the waking up and going out and being like, oh my god, we're next to this giant ravine. We had no idea.
Didn't we found like a cow carcass.
It's probably 40, but it's pretty windy. So yeah, I'm gonna brush my teeth and get back in Camp Champ, and then we're gonna go. Oh wait, here you go. Focus, there you are.
Bye.
So I've walked a few feet from Camp Champ here, and that's a cactus, and that's a carcass, probably of a cow. It's pretty big. Katie is exploring her courage. Yeah.
Little by little.
You didn't even have all this gear on then, man. You're dangerous.
I don't think this helmet's going to get you through that death.
Yeah, what's the joke? That helmet's wearing you for protection if you fall.
Yep.
Okay, so this part of the world used to be gold country, and they had a lot of gold mines, and in this particular region, they needed to deliver water to one of the mines, so they had built this 13-mile water delivery system. What was it? How did they phrase it? A flume, yes, a flume. And the last 5 miles of it were embedded on the walls of these canyons. And this is in like the late 1800s, so you can barely see that. And that is the leftovers of this old flume that ran along the canyon walls. And I mean, like, they built this in like 1890. Can you imagine in 1890 coming out here? I mean, we were a long way from nowhere, coming out here and bringing all these materials and somehow attaching them to a wall for 5 miles. It's pretty insane. And then shortly after they finished it, they figured out, hey, there's no gold out here, and they left. So they're really good engineers, but not that good at detecting gold mines. So we're at Four Corners. So I'm in
What if we're going to mention that couple we met?
Colorado, and Katie's in Utah, Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado. There you go. How about that?
It costs $6 to get in.
Yeah, this was $3 per person. So while we were at Four Corners, we met an older couple. They were probably, I guess, 60. And we just started talking to them and told them about our trip around the world. And she asked us if we went to, the woman had asked us if we went to Thailand. And the other country she asked if we went to was Israel. And then
Yeah, those are the two countries. She's like, did you go to Thailand? Did you go to Israel? She asked those questions. She prompted them. We didn't like prompt this information. This is strange. Why is this so dim?
Then she asked us if we had met any tourists. And we've had some people say some weird, ignorant stuff to us, but that's the first time anybody's ever asked us about tourists. Oh boy, they're a farming couple from Ohio. They're very nice, but apparently they think that there's lots of tourists. Terrorists!
We haven't met any terrorists. And I mean, even if we did, would they have told us that they were fucking terrorists? Like, how would we know? Like, do they have a sign on? Is it like, I don't understand. So, wow. Maybe they're terrorists, I don't know.
Next time we go around the world, we're gonna ask people for their Al-Qaeda membership card.
Exactly.
Well, what was the jams from the last movie?
Henry Hogwarts or something?
What the
Henry
fuck?
Hatsworth?
Nobody knows about
Henry
that.
Hatsworth. It's a DS game that I was like, I'll just use the music from this game in here. I don't know why.
I love you, Sitwell.
So we're getting really, really close to the Grand Canyon, and this is the little Colorado River Forge. Is that right?
No bar.
Well, let me be safe about this and not pay attention to where. Oh God.
Right. Said there was a 1,000-foot drop, so they control your pets. Unless you have a bird, I guess it would probably be okay if you had a bird.
That's funny.
Really disorienting.
Yeah.
The sun might make it hard to see a little bit, but that's okay. We're gonna watch the sunset in this amazing, amazing area. No more time for videos. Must enjoy.
All right, so yeah, this is the Grand Canyon. We're hiking the South Kaibab Trail.
He loves traveling.
And of course, that's on the south side of the rim, the south rim or whatever. The north rim is closed during the winter. We found that out while we were driving there yesterday.
Yeah, there's like 2 sections of the Grand Canyon. They're quite far away, and we were like, we're going to the North Rim, and we went to go there, and we saw signs. They're like, it's closed for the winter, and we're like, we're going to the South Rim. If we don't talk, we got to remember, if we don't mention it in the video, we got to talk about sleeping. What happened? Do you remember? We'll just wait and see if we mention it in the video.
So we slept in the car in the parking lot last night, and that went fine. And now we are hiking down this trail, and this is what we're looking at. It's pretty insane. Do you have any commentary?
I'm at the Grand Canyon. I'm in the Grand Canyon. Okay, I know that the sun's a little blaring, but we started somewhere off of this ridge right here. And I think we've gone at least 1,000 feet into the Grand Canyon through trails that kind of look like this. Right now we're kind of off trail and we're going out to this little peak right here. It's kind of an offshoot of Cedar Ridge, which is a point along the south, and I keep calling it Kebab. You're just gonna have to deal with that. Trail here at the Grand Canyon. The view is pretty amazing. I'm gonna do a nice slow shot so you can take this all in.
You know, what's interesting about this, I think we mentioned this and we might mention it in the video, but when you hike, usually you start at the bottom of a mountain and go to the top. Here you start at the top of a thing and go down and then have to hike up to get out.
Just layers and layers upon layers of rock that go down. We have not seen a bottom by any means.
Grand Canyon's badass. It's real big.
See the bottom if we ever are able to see it from where we're going to be traveling today, which is to that one ridge. So we're almost at the end of our hike, because you actually, usually when you hike, you probably can't see me.
You're about to say what I just said.
When you hike, I mean, we were used to, like in Korea, going up a mountain and then going back down. This way you have to climb down and then back up. So it's kind of weird not to do the exerting part first and then the mildly exerting part afterwards. So we've done the easy part and then we start the hard part. I prefer mountains, but this compares in no way. Nothing compares to this. This is incredible, and I can't wait to go sit on that ridge and see what's on the other side.
Saw the bottom.
Seems like there's glass between. Are we at a building or something? It's like a tower or something.
The Tower of the Desert View here at the Grand Canyon was built in the 1930s, and we honestly thought that it had some sort of significance, but it really was only built to be a gift shop and a rest area here at the Desert View. Kind of disappointing. We were hoping some awesome story would be coming out of this, but it's just for gifts.
I mean, it gives you a cool view. You get up a little higher, get to see over the ridge.
Get some knickknacks.
Tool up at the very top, and it's measuring the tower, pulling itself apart, like it's cracking and falling apart, and like they've got this little thing that like measures how much it's coming apart. That's weird.
Yeah, it's not scary to be in a tower that's falling apart. It's on this side, but you can't see the crack. But yeah, that's the tower.
That could have been more properly edited.
We're going to close the challenge.
We were worried that we weren't going to get to see the Colorado River, which is what has caused all the erosion to make the Grand Canyon, or most of it at least. And it's right there, right in front of us.
Are there any good conspiracy theories that like the Grand Canyon wasn't made by the river, it was actually made by aliens or whatever? There's got to be something, right?
I just thought brontosauruses.
Brontosauruses, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we're back at the Grand Canyon, and yes, I say back at the Grand Canyon because last night
Just leave it.
at 10:47,
Hey, on.
the park ranger decided to wake us up and tell us that we could not sleep in our car in the parking lot at the park.
So we must have slept in the park one night. And then the second night, the guy came and told us to go.
We had to pay for a campsite, or he also told us that if we go a quarter mile outside of the park, we can park anywhere we want and sleep. So we went
Like, he told us, like, go a quarter mile, take a left, go down these little roads, and you can just sleep there. It's fine.
outside of the park, and we found like another campground almost, and parked in one of their little stations, and nobody came and bothered us for the rest of the night. So we're back here in the great old Grand Canyon.
I bet you had a McMuffin or whatever those things are.
Yeah, if you've got that.
If I got a McDonald's cup, yeah.
I like the McGriddle.
McGriddle, that's right.
I don't think I'd get it very much now because I'd rather have the crunch of the egg what do they use on the egg McMuffin? It's like
bacon?
No.
Megs?
No.
Muffins?
No.
Mick?
Wait, go rewind. Muffin.
Yeah, eggs?
English muffin. Yeah, that's what it is. I like the English muffin.
I like croissants.
You're mispronouncing that.
Croissant.
Croissant.
What's most impressive about the Grand Canyon is the spectrum of colors that you see during different times of the day and even different times of the night. You'll see tons and tons of different colors. And then on top of that...
You started combing it again recently.
Yeah, I've been combing it for like at least 6 months now. Maybe even a year. And people shit talking it. Damn.
Clouds and different hues come out because of like mist that comes across
I know.
the canyon, and it's amazing, all of the colors. I never thought it was going to be this colorful.
Because you can kind of see like the atmosphere actually like affecting, because like up closer it's more vibrant. As it gets further away it's like washed out. It's like just the atmosphere, like the thickness of the air.
The same rocks up close and they're dark red, but off in the distance they've got a blue hue to them.
I'm not even gonna try that word.
Lauderdale Jordan.
Croissant.
A croissant.
Nifty.
Alright, my car is really dirty, and much like the car is really dirty, we haven't bathed in since we were in Colorado, so at least 2 nights.
Somebody was like, wow, your hair looks great.
So it has nothing to do with combing. It's just that you just don't bathe, and it slowly gets
you get covered in stank.
straighter and straighter.
And a little under 3 days, I guess. So it's about time that we took a shower, and here at the Grand Canyon, there are showers and laundromats. So you can pay $2 and get 8 minutes of hot water. Hooray!
That's not bad.
I don't know if 8 minutes is going to be enough, but we'll find out.
Oh, wait, no. Okay. If you can't turn, it almost was. If you can't talk. So I was taking showers in Hokkaido recently. You can pause the showers. So like you put in the money and it gives you like 5 minutes.
But if you pause it, then...
Yeah, and you pause it, the timer doesn't go.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's water flow time,
Yes.
not...
Time in the machine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it might depend on what machine they've installed.
All of them in Hokkaido had this system. Yeah. It doesn't look safe.
Many people don't know this, but Sitwell's already been to the Hoover Dam once.
That's true.
We used to send him in
I think that's my first time that he'd been there.
packages to friends around the world so that they would in turn send pictures to my mom to give to another giraffe named Jerome that lives in her house.
This story's so stupid.
Didn't work out so well. Sitwell got lost in the mail, and it was really just a sad moment. But he's back.
We had to go to New Jersey to rescue him from the Arctic.
Yeah. And it's really funny for one giraffe to be sending pictures to another giraffe. we could do this to my dad now.
Does he have him?
Yeah.
This be a lot of Japan pictures.
No. We just start sending them around the world again.
Oh, yeah. We could.
But we fucked up the postage once recently. Well, I don't know
It's
if
risky.
I'm willing to put him at risk.
It's risky.
His eyes are so sweet. Oof.
And we've brought him back here to the Hoover Dam, back to his roots, so you can really feel it.
Excuse me. Is this a goddamn... Okay, so we traveled around the world. And
That's such good news, Jan.
Restaurants and stuff. We went to Denny's and we went to a lot of McDonald's and stuff, and we would compare the differences between those restaurants and the American counterparts. And in this case, this is flipped because this is the first time that we have ever been to a Japanese chain in America. So we're gonna hit this up and see what's up. Like I said, we ate a lot of this. We ate a lot of Yoshinoya in Tokyo and in different parts of Japan. So I wonder if they're gonna screw it up. I bet the portions are huge and the price is high, but we'll find out. Let's go. All right, to start off with,
It's very different.
nothing like what it is in Japan.
It's like a Taco Bell.
The food is kind of the same, but let's see what we say. But like the experience is wildly different.
Normally you just sit down at this table and then the person helps you while you're sitting at the table. This is kind of like just like a regular American fast food restaurant where you walk up to it and order, and they don't have egg. So Katie can't put egg on her beef bowl.
I'm upset about that.
And she's upset about that. But I did find the ginger.
Oh my God. Look at that bucket of COVID.
It does look normal. And they have a lot of things like, a lot of things here that would not be in Japan.
Say the things.
Ew, clam chowder?
And stuff. I didn't see anything like that. And what do you call it? Oh yeah, flan. Flan. That's really Japanese.
Well, it could be pudding.
Yeah,
The pudding is
pudding
flan. So that's not so off the mark.
So,
But flan and pudding are actually different. Flan has a
But I wonder.
hard top.
I wonder if it's the same thing and they just called it that. Because if they write pudding and people order it in America, they're like, this isn't pudding. Like, pudding is more like flan than it is like pudding. Does that make sense?
Yeah, there are different versions of pudding depending on which country you're in, but flan is kind of the same thing.
Well, we didn't order it, so we don't know.
Flan is an egg pudding, no crust.
On crusts.
On crust.
You read it.
I read that backwards, didn't I?
so far it's not exactly the same thing, but whatever. As long as the beef tastes the same, I'm alright. Okay, so
There was a little salad. Wow.
it's like buttermilk ranch dressing. Yeah, not
It says Yoshinoya on it. Wow.
of this. Like, that's my hand.
Oh my God.
Huge. Like, that's a large. So this is like 4
I did order the large.
you would get from a large in Japan.
I'm thinking creme brulee. Yeah. Okay. I'm wrong.
And
Oh, he meant to say no crusts.
Yeah. I read it correctly.
the employees understand that this is a Japanese restaurant.
The car wash.
The car wash is playing that funk song from the 70s. It's quite an experience.
Eating it with a spork.
That tastes excellent though.
It does it? That's good. Okay, the flavor is pretty spot on. It's good. It seems like there's a little bit more fat on the meat than I remember being in Japan, but that might just be the way I'm remembering it. But there definitely was not this puddle of sauce in the bottom of the bowl when you were done eating in Japan. So they're definitely using more sauce, and it does have more, the flavor is stronger, I guess. But I mean, it's not bad. It's
Kinda wanna go to
it tastes a
Yoshinoya.
little less healthy, I
Yeah.
guess,
I haven't had it in a while.
than the way I felt.
I don't even know where the closest one is. I guess it's in
It's gotta
around
be in
Tachikawa Station.
Yeah.
When I ate in Japan, but it might be because I have 10 pounds of beef here.
Alright, so this is the Fremont Street experience, and I guess it's a very good way to step into the Las Vegas Strip. It's north of the Strip, but it holds all the things that are in it. There are casinos, there are lots of lights.
I feel like we stayed in Las Vegas for a couple days. Like it wasn't just
We
like
were at least there for 2 nights.
yeah. I remember staying in a parking lot at Walmart and feeling like this is a sketchy area.
It felt really sketchy and like really brightly lit and annoying.
And it's an incredible light display that they do on the ceiling. There are scantily clad women and a lot of performances going on that don't really make a whole lot of sense except for some pop and locking by some guys that were really good at it. We enjoyed that.
Fremont Street's also kind of odd. It's like the most American thing you've ever seen, but it kind of feels like Japan at the same time because there's people dressed weird and there's lots of lights and things aren't really making a lot of sense. So it kind of reminds me of some places in Tokyo, but with a lot of fat Americans drinking Foster's beer. So yeah, some of these hotels are pretty amazing. This is the Venetian, and check this out. You got this classy joint with David Spade playing. Like what? All right, fair enough. But it is neat looking. It actually looks cooler than the one in Macau by quite a bit. Like, it's smaller, but it's pretty striking looking when you walk around the corner and see it.
We're currently in the Bellagio, and above
That's one of my favorite words.
these are flowers made of glass that were all hand blown. 2,000 of them, all different colors, all different shapes, all different swirls. It's really incredible looking.
How are they hooked to the ceiling? Very carefully. It's a lot of glue.
I have a box of raisins from Walmart.
You're a lucky boy.
Katie won't eat any. She also didn't like my banana.
I like raisins now.
I can edit those, you know.
Apparently at the end of Ocean's 11, the Bellagio has a big shot at the end. And this is the fountain. Hold on. Let me show you.
God, it's so big. It's pretty nuts, dude. This place is so like I hate this place, but I think it's incredible.
Is this song a fat jam or what?
It's a fat jam.
I'm already pretty hyped on it. I'm like, oh, where are we going?
We're happy that there's no Christmas music playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does slap pretty good.
We did some brief gambling, or well, Katie did some brief gambling in the Excalibur on the penny slots. She lost $2. So we've talked about this in the past, how Lonely Planet is always wrong about food. And this is not really Lonely Planet's fault. It's just funny because they were like, oh, you gotta come eat at this witchcraft place. It's cheap, it's in Las Vegas, yada, yada, yada. Oh, and it's now closed until December 18th. This is funny. I know this isn't their fault, but like every time we come to use Lonely Planet's food recommendations, something goes wrong. Like, historically, almost, I'd say 90% of the time, it's always wrong or incorrect or it doesn't work out.
Now it's just my whole life. We went to a food when
We
I was
live in a lonely planet now.
When I was streaming on Sunday, we were like, "Oh, we're gonna go to this restaurant."
Closed.
Closed.
Oops, sorry.
All right, a lesser known fact about myself is that I am in love with Christmas lights. Like every Christmas, I get Eric in the car at least like once or twice a week, and we drive around and talk about Christmas lights for like an hour to 2 hours. I might be a little obsessed. So for the last 2 Christmases, we've been on the road, and that's been a little depressing, but okay, I mean, we're doing cool stuff. So this is what happens when 2 Christmases are going by and I don't get Christmas lights. We go somewhere like this. This is actually a candy factory that's a little outside of the strip of Las Vegas, and they do a huge light show in their botanical cactus garden, and we're gonna go and check out all these cactuses and their candy shop and all this stuff, so it seems like a win-win.
Getting a tree. Trees are supposed to be outside.
I'm in it for the candy.
I'm in it for the Christmas lights. The candy tour comes with
You're in candy.
pecan brittle and white chocolate, or did you get milk chocolate?
Milk chocolate.
Or milk chocolate. Pretty good. All right, so just for reference, we are living in our car. I mean, there are tons of blankets in the back seat, which we fold out into a bed. Here are our bags that we're taking with us. My snowboard is actually in the car with us at all times, so that's a big bulky item that's kind of annoying. And then we've got plenty of room up here in the front, which you might not be able to see too well, but it's really uncluttered, because if it were cluttered, we...
This is what I want from the Katie cam when we film videos. Just Katie takes the camera and films things on her own. You know what I'm saying? Like this is like you doing something is absent from the way we currently produce videos.
No, we're not getting... I don't like Christmas trees. Although I have seen several of them. Like when I was at Hard Off, they were selling a few, and I was just like, should I get one? I don't know if I should get one.
Don't get a Christmas tree.
And then I was like, Eric doesn't want a Christmas tree. I don't really
I just want a
Christmas
candle that smells like a Christmas tree.
Okay.
die. We would literally drive ourselves crazy. We just saw this though.
Whoa.
I remember being really
that's
grossed
a
out.
mask. Don't be scared.
Whoa.
This is literally one of the most disgusting things I think I've seen in my life.
Yeah, I'm
and
still pretty
waiting
grossed
for,
out.
like, something terrible to pop out.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, that's like mental issue
They've
hardcore.
got all this stuff on the top of their van, which I'm not sure what all this is. The windows in the back are extremely tinted, so I would tell you that they're probably sleeping in there, but I don't know how that's possible.
They might be in there now.
Yeah, true. We're currently at Circus Circus, and at Circus Circus you get circus acts.
Man, what if you and a friend were swinging like that?
Okay, a couple days ago, out of pure necessity for shower, because like we needed a shower badly, we were like, well, how are we going to do this? How are we going to figure this out? So the answer to that question is truck stops, like Petros, have got showers in them that you can use.
Petro.
And
That sounds like a fake name of a truck stop.
it's actually pretty nice. Like we did this a couple days ago, and we're going to do it again today because we are headed out into the woods in Yosemite, and then a shower probably possible to come by, but we're not exactly sure. So you come up into here, and you don't even have to talk to a person. You just go over to this bot, and Katie is already over at this bot. Oh, we're in Nevada, that's why there's all these slot machines. But anyway, so you come over to this little thing, and you punch in your money.
Wasn't it like $10? Yeah.
And it's kind of expensive. It's $10.
But it does get you an hour.
But we can both use it at the same time, and it gives you an hour of time. So, I mean, whatever. So if every 2 days we have to use a $5 each shower, it's really not that big of a deal. And then you give it its massive stack of cash, and then it's supposed to spit out a receipt, but it got stuck. Yep. All right, so now we have this little receipt, and
Yeah, truckers get them for free.
it tells you your PIN code. In this case, is 3004. And
Your
then
driver number
up
is
here,
126.
your driver number, I'm sorry, is also 126. So then you look up on the screen, and it says driver ID, and then it says shower number, and it says the shower is ready, so you bust up in there. So they've got like a ton of showers here, like 16 of them or something. So you come down this hallway, and we are shower number 8. So you come on down here, and here's number 8. And Katie's just gonna punch in our PIN code.
Damn.
You come in. And this is what the shower looks like. So you've got a toilet, and you've got a nice big mirror, and a nice, I mean, it's super clean in here. And mint. This one smells a little better than the last one. Not that the last one was like gross, it was just a little off. It smells nice in here. And then this is the shower, nice big shower. So yeah, this little room for an hour for $10, kind of expensive if you're by yourself, but with 2 people, if you divide it up, it's
And the
okay.
fact that we haven't taken showers in 2 days, I mean, that's $250 per day per shower.
We could skip today and get
Oh,
that.
it'd get even cheaper.
A couple days ago, we also did laundry at the Petro. So that's pretty handy. Like you can really just about get everything taken care of and clean here. Except for the food is really expensive.
Totally didn't comb my hair. Look at it.
You get creative with food. So what I've got here,
Mmm.
tortilla.
That's eaten, man.
I fucking loved this breakfast.
Where it just falls apart and it's annoying. So this is much better bread. And then I take in and put some peanut butter on the base, and bananas I have sliced up, and raisins, and I'm gonna roll it into a burrito and eat it. And it's okay.
I'm eating applesauce with a knife.
And we also have like Walmart brand, like breakfast bars and snack bars.
Oh, those chewy bars were so good.
Ramen cooked.
It's just sugar.
Ramen, I guess. Well, no, it really is just ramen. I mean, we go into a store and we get hot water in this bucket here that I can't find.
Yeah, I remember you would just go into like a gas station and be like, can we have some hot water? And they'd be like, yes or no.
Just go over there.
They wouldn't care.
No, I can't find it. We have like a thermos and we put hot water in it out of like the coffee machine, and then we come out here and we pour the hot water into a Tupperware container, put our ramen in it, and then it sort of cooks, it's edible. And we also have, a couple days ago we had Chef Boyardee, and we put that into our Tupperware and we took it inside and used it in microwave. That was pretty awesome. So.
Don't forget, we also have Hormel.
Oh yeah, we have Hormel chili, but I'm not sure that we should eat that when we're confined in a small vehicle together.
We're real excited about that.
Okay, so we're leaving Las Vegas and we are headed for Yosemite in California. And I used to live, like when I was littler, I used to live right outside of Yosemite, so it's kind of neat because I've been there a whole bunch and that whole area is kind of cool, and I get to show Katie around a little bit. And let's see, Las Vegas. Las Vegas is, we don't really drink, we don't really gamble, we don't really do prostitutes. So the main things that you do in Las Vegas.
So much has changed.
Yeah.
Vegas we're not really that interested in, but it's still pretty cool to just go and see the strip and see all the lights and go inside the casinos and see all the weird things. And like the fountain outside the Bellagio is amazing. The people inside Circus doing the Trap B stuff is really amazing. So every once in a while you have something that's just like, wow, that's really cool. So, I mean, and it's all free. I mean, you just walk in. It's not like you have to.
Are microwaves waterproof?
So.
I don't know.
I don't know either. Who's done this? Jan, have you done this research?
I mean, for us, we're not trying to spend a lot of money, so that was really like superb. So we spent like 2 days here or something, 3 nights, 2 days, and one day was kind of administrative, so we could have done it in 1 day easily, but it was no big deal. We're not really on any schedule, and yeah, so we got a 9-hour drive, and here we go. Woohoo!
Yep. Gotta report something. Oh. Good boy.
That's a dirty car.
I've been sneezing a lot today, which usually indicates that I am getting sick.
And you have your COVID shot on Thursday.
Yeah, so I won't really know if I got sick. But yeah, anytime that I sneeze more than twice and many times, it's an indicator. Also, my ears do the itchy thing. Ears haven't done anything, but I'm
feeling a little bit of pressure in my head. Maybe we both have some sort of diseases. Anyway, how about some...
Drive safely.
How about some photos? So I thought this was kind of funny just because of we just come back from like Asia where everybody makes fun of English, and then like I think what do we got in here?
It's mainly just the little bits left. Everyone please wear a mask while watching this stream.
A lot of these pictures were in the videos. As usual, I don't watch the videos before we watch them now because then I'd be spoiling them for myself a little bit. So sometimes the pictures are redundant because I don't know what's in the videos. I realized this is like the first day we pounded through some states. Like West Virginia, Kentucky, Virginia, of course. Where did we get these horrible cookies?
I think you can get them at Giant.
They must have been gifted to us.
I like those cookies.
Oh. They're horrible. It is sugar. It's like eating sugar.
Yeah.
Do you
like them.
Do you think you'd still like them?
Probably, but maybe 1, not 2.
Indiana.
The goggles can be a little bit irritating, but I can really commit to irritating things.
Yeah, you're wearing 2 sets of glasses. Speaking of, you're wearing 2 sets of glasses right here.
Yep.
It's America stuff, man. Look at that.
Full on America. Blue skies. What are those things called?
Hey.
Hey. But what are hay bales?
Oh, Jan. Hey, man. Thank you.
Fantastic.
I'll get you a cube when we're finished with the pictures, all right? Don't let me forget. Get it on. Huh?
Said I'm crunching too loud.
It doesn't matter now because it's not ducking underneath. What I'm worried about is like sounds making the video volume go down.
But it's still really loud.
Yeah, it's okay. You can crunch now.
I haven't gotten my helmet yet. But we did schedule an appointment for me to go and get my
Her Scooty helmet.
tiny head sized.
Yeah, they don't. They're gonna. I hope they're ready for children's sizes.
So they can officially tell me that my small brain is leaking out of my ears because I'm trying to shove a language in there.
It's coming into St. Louis. This is the only picture we got of the arch. So this is actually interesting. So this is Billiken. And if you've ever been to Osaka, you will know this guy from Osaka, but he's not from Osaka. He's from this school. And somehow, I don't know how, but somehow he got imported into Japan. And he looks like some shit like that would come out of Japan. But it came from there. Like
It
this
was
little
drawn by a teacher.
alien looking thing.
Or created by a teacher. I don't know if it was a drawing or how it originally was made.
A license anniversary. I got my license, I think, on the 1st. So I think we're going to drive on the 2nd together. Because I don't know if we can actually drive on the same. Can you ride with me on the day that I got my license or the day after? Do I have to have my license for a full year? A cop would probably be lenient at that point.
I would say that you got it on the 2nd.
I got it on the 1st. I think.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Good thing you're wearing that suit.
Yeah.
What's this stain? You have stains on this already? What the hell, Katie?
I don't know. I don't know what that is.
This is just
That's what I
that
look
class.
like at school.
Yeah, you were in the school. Mm-hmm. That's what I look like when I'm wrapped up like a sausage. Mm-hmm. Yeah, what about a leap year when it comes to the license? That's a good question. Was this year a leap year? Maybe we could write in the November.
Not a leap year.
I feel like balls. Didn't these things say like touch balls or something like that?
Solo hitch.
There was some sort of thing. It's like when the balls bounce around or whatever, you can tell that you're hitched together. I can see why it's really useful, but that probably doesn't exist anymore. People probably just use a little camera now.
Ball of sisal twine.
Good old Frank.
I like that picture.
Mm-hmm.
I like that picture too.
Just the dead car yard. What's the story behind that? It's so strange.
Cocker City Ball of Twine address.
Is this entering Colorado?
719 Wisconsin Street.
Good old Wisconsin Street. Look at that, man. One of the pictures that was taken in this time, if you like have seen our, actually it might be the background of this current video. Hold on, let me look at something. Yeah, so see those clouds in the background of our of the live stream right now? They came from like this day when I was taking pictures out here. I don't remember which photo it was from though. It might have been this one or something. I don't know. It was something, one of these in this series. Man, I'm looking good. We gotta take more pictures like this with the ground, like in the all in the foreground. It looks cool. Yeah, we're just a couple of like car bitches.
I think those are the clothes I wore to our wedding.
Yeah, it might have been.
You look like you're kind of taking a shit.
You know who it is. It's your boy.
And Cupcake.
This is in the airport in Denver. Lots of weird art. The big blue horse thing.
It's a good picture. What?
Something happened. We were at we had to go to this office to get the key to go check in at the place we stayed in the ski resort area. Mm-hmm. Is that my brother? No, I don't have. I'm an only child. Well, mostly. I grew up without any siblings, but I might have some. We don't know. It's a whole thing. But something happened with this moose. It's like something I don't remember. Jesse might remember, but there's like some moment. Do you remember what happened here?
We were joking about getting stuck on the tracks, and then we almost got stuck on the tracks.
The train came. We're like, ah! You actually see signs like this. You see things like this in Japan every once in a while, like don't spit on the train platform or whatever.
Mm. Oh no, that was India.
Was it? I think I've seen something that says something like that in Japan too.
I haven't seen it here. Something happened with this moose. More information, please.
Yeah, I don't remember. There's some sort of story. I don't remember. That moose triggers something, but
not a reenactment, but definite shock.
Does Jesse look like he'd be my brother? I mean, we're just tall and skinny. I don't think we look that much alike.
It's just the tall and skinny.
Yeah. Okay, I don't know if Danny is still here, but we were talking about. He was like, "Katie likes ham sandwiches, right?" And I was like, "Only when she gets to make them to go on like a hiking adventure, or
it's like a hiking adventure, or you're just going somewhere and you don't care about what you eat. It's just the thing that gets you to keep going." But what I've been enjoying more on hikes now is like getting kind of a quality loaf of bread, like half of a certain size of a baguette, and then I like to take the kabocha salada that comes in the bag from the convenience store, and I squish it up with my hands before I open the bag, and then I squirt it on and spread it around. That's my hiking jam now.
I think I was making these sandwiches.
Yes, because I would not have done this just plopping it on.
What have you done?
I strategically placed all the hams.
That's strategic.
No.
Strategically on the bread.
That is the lack of strategy. Also, I would never put cheese on both sides.
Yeah, you are stingy.
I bet you the ones on the end are me. I didn't let you make my sandwich.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, yeah, you can make everyone else's, but I'll do mine on the end over here.
We this was just like in preparation of going skiing, so we would go out and have sandwiches. Because I don't have any idea what kind of food they have at ski resorts in America. I don't remember anymore. Because it's not like you can just get some curry rice or whatever.
Yeah.
Get some ramen and some curry rice.
When you go to a lodge here that's on the thing, that's on the slopes, you don't get robbed so much. I mean, like, you can still get a meal for
a bill.
Yeah.
That's you.
Mm-hmm. I'm better now.
That's me.
That's you.
That's
a
us.
lot of ham. Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of ham? Is that what you just said? Oh, I thought you were talking about this picture.
That's a lot of ham.
That's a lot of ham. This is the picture I was telling you is weird. So I'm in a hot tub in our hotel-y room thing that we were staying in.
What's a hotel-y?
It's like a hotel, but it wasn't a hotel.
Oh, okay.
It was like
more
hotel-esque.
than a hotel. It's a hometel.
Yeah. And had some peanut butter, and I was into peanut butter then. Because we didn't have it while we were traveling. It's like, yeah, peanut butter.
Peanut butter and whipped cream.
I don't know why the whipped cream got involved, but anyway.
Because of decadence?
I was doing...
You got a hot tub, so obviously you're going to have some whipped cream, too.
I was doing spoons, man. It was good. You probably ate one of these crackers, so...
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Look at the tongue. Look at me.
Jesse's giraffe's tongue. I was looking at the other one. Wow. That's an incredible picture.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I got some nubbins. I thought this was just an interesting picture because this is me filming, probably. And there's not very many images of filming taking place. Does that make sense? Because usually the camera is being used to film. Mm-hmm. Look how small that thing is in my hands.
So
it's
small.
Ridiculous.
Your hands look huge, like spider legs.
Man, my fingers are really long, aren't they? Mm-hmm. I like this picture. It looks really cool.
That's where the bears live.
Yeah.
Or
Somebody.
It depends on which area we're in, but there were bears that lived in the area with the window. Like a circular window.
This is what it looks like from the zoo. Like you climb up this, you walk up this path that goes up this mountain basically. And the zoo is like on the edge of the hill. And you just get this view over the city and everything. It's really cool. A really cool environment. That's what we'd be doing then.
I disagree. Adding chocolate chips is not going to be good because I don't really think that chocolate chips uncooked are really that great. I would argue that you need to like maybe add some corn flakes. No, it needs crunch.
Sprinkles.
Needs crunch.
Crunchy peanut butter.
No. Different kind of crunch. Crunchy peanut
sprinkles.
No, sprinkles don't crunch.
What about chocolate chips?
No, we already discussed it. Well, if that looped around too quickly for me to really feel like we're having a solid debate.
This fox has got like a golf ball in his mouth or something.
We felt really bad for him.
Yeah. Like he's like, oh, I got an egg. Sorry, sir. That's not an egg.
Yep. It's a sad day for foxes.
Casa bonita.
Casa bonita. Dirty car.
I think there might have been a fart in Black Bart's cave as well.
I don't doubt that. You look like you might have smelled someone else's fart. Doesn't look like it's your fart.
I might be farting. I might be farting right there.
Oh, okay. Is that what you look like when you fart?
Let's find out.
Wow. Eric Klein. If I have to leave this room.
I like how close the mic is to my butt.
The mic is the closest. Sit well. Oh my god, he's dead. Ososhki. We're gonna need to schedule a burial of some sort. That looks safe.
Yeah.
Not about to fall off of a ski lift.
That was actually my hoodie. I gave it to Jesse at one point.
So far, the fart hasn't infiltrated my face. That's cool.
Yeah, I like the silhouette-y look.
Gonna have to wash out the cushion. Sometimes I have to beat the fart out of the cushion when you're not in the room. But that was when you used to be having milk and not knowing what the problem was.
Oh, yeah, it's not quite so, like, the situation is different now.
Yeah.
It caterpillars everybody. Number 2 doesn't look like she has feet. Weird looking. It's cool. So this is like, I think this might be outside the Capitol building.
I think you're right. I love that picture.
It's cool. Big bear.
Big bear, he don't take no guff. Big bear, he got it just like a rug. Big bear.
This picture is in Winter Park or whatever. Do not loan any money to Eric. He lives in Winter Park and does not pay you back and cusses at you to make you go away because he don't want to pay. Kind of rhymes.
And some sweet lyrics. We're pretty concerned with people being able to read the license plate, but not concerned to... Oh, well, we cleaned the back window, too.
Yeah, I probably couldn't see out.
What? Wow.
Yeah,
No name.
Strange, right?
Yeah.
Was that we just woke up to this. It's amazing. I like little surprises like that. Man, you're dressed dope.
Yep. I remember those sweatpants. Now you're brave.
I think I was brave after you were brave.
Disappointment Valley.
you had brought that bottle with us.
I carried it. I saved it until that moment to show it to you. Jones Soda, man.
Do they still make? Is that still a thing? Jones Soda. It's kind of
I'm
cool.
assuming that
the
it
labels
is.
are really cool. Didn't I get Jeff on like a bottle of Jones Soda? I think I did.
Somebody in your group of friends got on one.
Yeah, I think it might have been a picture I took. Am I just thinking? I don't remember exactly. I feel like we would have kept that. I'm stuck in the oven. That's probably not safe for work.
Mm-hmm.
Look how skinny I am. Just like bones.
I can't really tell how skinny you are there, because when you want to tell me that you feel fat, you shake this part at me.
Mm-hmm.
I can't see it in this one, so I don't know how fat you are. You just shake the lower tummy area.
Oh, that still exists. You can order online. Cool.
It's doomed. Farts, snakes, and lizards. Sitwell's never gonna survive. Oh. And sheer cliffs.
Panthers or whatever? Mountain lions, probably.
Yeah, that's mountain lions.
Panther.
For the next 10 miles, best lock your doors.
Hide your wife, hide your kids. Yeah, there were a lot of pictures in here. That's good.
No, we don't have a P.O. box.
It doesn't look real, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
When I went there years later with Will, it was like pouring down rain, I think, the day we were there.
More courage.
I think it's one of those things where if you fell, you'd be fine, but it doesn't look like you'd be fine.
Hard to tell. Oh, it's getting better. Versus the last one.
Oh.
But I guess they could hurt you too.
Yeah, I don't think I want to fight either of them. So it's cool. There's a sign there that says the time zone is changing.
Is that a goddamn?
I think so. This is before we went to Venice. Is there a gold state? California.
Is it the Golden State?
Yeah.
Golden or gold? Because maybe there's a gold state in that, like the gold rush, but the golden.
California.
Oh, okay. So they're all in one. Gotcha.
Oh, hold on, I'm saying it wrong. California.
What?
You gotta say it like that. California.
Why?
Shit. You don't know about no Nintendo commercials?
No. Mm-hmm.
Did you know that they had not only a Statue of Liberty in Japan, but there's one in America?
What?
Yes, look. There's actually two in America.
Wow.
Wild. Still in Japanese culture.
That shit looks cheeseball.
Yeah, it looks really cheesy. It's almost as cheesy as that lame Mario level in Mario Odyssey.
Mm-hmm.
Was it donated from France? Really? Is it actually? Is it? I didn't know that. It doesn't matter how you hold that book; it fucks you up.
Mm-hmm.
I think we were taking pictures of things that we'd seen in real life.
Those as well. I hit my head on the boob when I got up.
Yeah, that must be what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Does it look like we're singing that God Loves a Terrier song there?
It does. Loves a terrier.
Yeah.
Yes, he does.
This was weird. I never figured this out. Is it art? Is this an art? Or is it just a thing people are doing?
Whatever it is, it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And that's what the Christmas... Look how happy you look. It's all in your eyes.
Wow. It's a replica. I didn't realize that. That's the end of the photos. This was a long episode. So next week we will be picking up, going from Las Vegas up through California, and then going up into Bend to see my family, and then driving all the way back across to Virginia. So those are the episodes we'll watch next week. I actually have to edit one of them because
I gotta take this off.
I have to edit one of them because it has music in it and it got taken down by YouTube and it's been down for years. So I have to re-edit one of those videos before next week. So that'll be fun. So one of the videos I will be fresh on because I have to see it all to re-edit it.
Oh.
There's nothing I can do about it. And we will pick up next week. And
You have a cube.
yeah, I need to do the cube. I will do the cube momentarily. And we will, be at it next week. And that may be the last episode we do for a while. I'm not totally sure what's going to happen, but we're going to take a break for a bit. At least probably through December, I would assume. And then we'll see where things go from there. We're going to be doing a director's cut. I don't know. I have to look. I have the old video file. I can see it to re-edit it and like make it the same, which that's what I intend to do. But yeah, it'd be fun to edit 720p video footage and then watch it render. Like it'll be like 30 minutes long. It's going to render in like a minute compared to what it used to take. I haven't edited something like that. But anyway, we are going to end the video here for the YouTubers, and then I'm going to do the cube for the Twitch viewers. So we'll catch all the YouTubers later. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Yeah.